Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and this video is a reading for the energy of Virgo. So for this series I've been using True Black Tarot by Arthur Wang, Lux Ex Umbra Tarot by Mystic, and this is an oracle deck called Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle by Serafina Mesa. We're going to draw an oracle card at the end of the reading to close everything out. Okay, as I said at the beginning of the video, this is for the energy of Virgo, and what I mean by that is that we all have Virgo in our charts by way of the house system. So I feel that we can call upon any of these energies and use them as we see fit and when we feel that it's necessary. So it might be harder for some of us to reach some of these energies, but it's comforting to know that they are there when we're willing to put the work into it so that they can come up to the surface. So even if you don't have a planet in Virgo, you most certainly have a house. And if you would like to see where your Virgo is, I do have two links at the bottom of the description, and you can pull both a tropical chart, which is the first link, or a sidereal chart, which is the second. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on with you. So we've got the Nine of Swords, air energy. We've got the Magician in reverse. And we have the Nine of Wands, fire energy, air and fire, flanking the Magician. And I feel like the Magician encompasses both of these. Well, all three of the elements, but I really feel like he uses his inner Heka, as you will, if you will, and he puts that together with his action. Like he has a thought and he puts it together into action. He puts the thought into action, therefore creating, manifesting. So we do have the Nine of Swords, which is, I like to call it the nightmare card, and I really like this depiction. If you can like this depiction, I mean, this poor bunny, but I like that there are rose petals. Can you see that those are rose petals? Those are rose petals instead of, droplets. And this is just showing that there is some kind of, there's something going on in the mind, and it's tormenting you. It's kind of bringing you to your end. And then we do have the Nine of Wands here, which this is that card, that defense card that you've been fighting, and you still have it in you, and you're still going to fight. So as you can see, that wolf, he has a hurt hind leg, and he's also been hurt in his stomach area as well. But he's still growling, and he's still in that defensive position where he's like pretty much like bring it on. So with our Magician in the center, though, and with it being in reverse, that's kind of worrisome, because this is our card of manifestation, and perhaps you're kind of feeling like you just need a break because of these two energies flanking you. So let us use the Lux Ex Umbra Tarot to dive a little bit deeper into what this message has to say. And Virgo, if for any reason this reading is not resonating with you, try any of your other placements, both in sidereal or tropical, or, search by title. Like I said, we have all of these energies within our charts. So, just because it says Leo doesn't mean that there is not a message in there for you. And sometimes we just need to use our intuition to help guide us, to help us find our way, so that we can find a nugget of information that can help us move forward. And it might not even be an entire reading. It might just be a phrase, or it could be a card, or the way that the cards are spread out on the table. It can trigger something within you, and it can help guide you. All right, that was my last shuffle for you, Virgo. Let us see what we have. So we have the Tower right under our poor bunny here. We have the Three of Swords in reverse, air energy. We have the Page of Wands. This deck is in French, so I have to do a little bit of translating in my head. I'm not even going to try to say these things in French. This is the Emperor, Major Arcana, Judgment in reverse. Wow, we have 4 Major Arcana for you so far. For another Major Arcana, the High Priestess. Another Major Arcana, oh my goodness, the Fool. The High Priestess is in reverse, and then we have the Sun and the 6 of Cups. Wow, that is amazing. So let me show you this Emperor. I really like this card for some reason. I don't know that this means Emperor for me, but the spider on this diamond is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the Fool is similar to Judgment here. Judgment is in reverse for you, but we just have like this white feather. You know, it's almost like this. It's almost like this. Well, it is. This is the, well, kind of. Judgment is towards the end, and like the Fool is the beginning, the starting, and then we've got these 2 feathers floating, and then we had a feather here, which is kind of, you know, Mayat. It's a nod to Mayat and the weighing of your heart against a feather, as you know, whether or not you're going to pass. So, all right, let's see. Let me switch your view as I'm pondering these cards. I've got a nice oolong over here. So we do have 2, 5, 7. Over half of your cards are Major Arcana. Right, bear with me here for a second. So this 9 of Swords here, our Nightmare card, I'm feeling that you are going through a change. There's some things that have been working to sort of destruct so that something new can come. And I'm seeing that there are a lot of just old emotions that have really kind of tormented you and put you in a mental state of not only anxiety but disarray. But it's looking like you're doing a lot of work to combat that. And I see that you're growing tired, and you're kind of wondering, is this, you know, how long is this gonna keep going? How long do I have to endure this? When is this going to stop? Which is evident here by our 9 of Wands. But you still have that fighting spirit, and I don't see you really letting up just because this fight is just so ongoing. I really do like that we have the Fool here. The Fool in right here with these 3 cards. These 3 cards are really tough. Nine of Swords, 3 of Swords, and then the Tower. But we have the Fool here, and the Fool is one who looks at the world with wonder, is not jaded, and is just kind of going through life, this experience, and just rolling with the punches, you know, and not really caring that you're stepping off a cliff. You're just doing as you're being guided, as you want to go, as you want to move forward. And I think that is really kind of helping you. I feel like you have your blinders on, but that's not to say that you're not tired here. Now, with the Magician in reverse, I'm still a little perplexed by that because we have the Emperor and the Sun, and the Emperor is all about building and creating things here in the physical world, bringing things in. I call him the great architect. He is about control, but it's good control. It's a control in which everything has its purpose, has its place. Everybody knows their job, knows what to do. That kind of control. It's more of a very good structurized situation. And I think the Magician in reverse is more of a feeling, more of maybe something, a thought that's going in your head because of these two difficult cards flanking it. And perhaps you're just kind of feeling like you're not getting anywhere, you're not manifesting, you're not achieving those things that you wish to achieve. But you are. You are, because we have the Page of Wands, we have the Emperor, and we have the Sun. The Sun is fully illuminating. The Sun is like this all-knowing, bestowing the knowingness upon you. And the Page of Wands is that person who I attribute all of my pages to the element of earth, right? And earth is all about experience and tactile, touching, feeling, understanding. But with this page, he's all about action, right? He's all about understanding how things work and knowing that he's taking the right, knowing that he's not afraid to make mistakes is what I'm saying. He's not afraid to dive in there, much like this Fool energy. He's not afraid to go in there and kind of make a mistake, but also learn from it. And that's his job. He's that young energy who wants to go in there and he wants to know and do everything. And he's not afraid, like I said, to make mistakes. And so I feel like this Magician energy is maybe some mind chatter that's going on with you, and you're just kind of feeling like you're stuck, but you're not really. All of this has a purpose. It's bringing you to a point where you are a lot more structured, you're a lot more focused and ready to tackle on something, and you have this ability to, you're gaining the insight and the ability to start to see things from a bird's eye view level, from a higher level. You're getting this clarity, and it may not seem like it, but these experiences that we have, they give us the clarity for the future. Once we have experienced something and we know it, we know what happened, we know, we've broken it down, we can understand why it happened. Going forward, we will know how not to get into that position again. And that's what's going on here. Even though it might not feel like you're moving and shaking like you once were, you're still building a foundation. You're building a foundation of knowledge and action that's really going to help you in the future. So we get here to the nine of Wands energy, that defensive, still going, not willing to give up. And we have Judgment, High Priestess, and the Six of Cups. And because this deck is like a semi-Marseille style, also Rider-Waite style, I kind of read it both ways. And when I see this Six of Cups, I don't get quite that feeling of nostalgia like I do with RWS. This six to me means more of a balancing of it's more of a balancing out of your emotional state. And I really feel that with the Judgment being in reverse and the High Priestess being in reverse, you're feeling a little just a little, well, very off kilter. This is a lot of things to go through. You're feeling like you're not moving and shaking like you are, and therefore it's kind of putting you in this place of doubt. Like, is this really my purpose? What is my purpose? And why does this keep happening? But the Six of Cups down here at the bottom is saying that things are happening because they are supposed to happen. This is something that is going to balance you out, and it's going to help you. You're coming from this Three of Swords situation, which is sadness, heartbreak, whatever, maybe some past kind of traumas that are still lingering, and it's hard for you to get past that for some reason. But it is, that type of energy is breaking down, and I feel that it is breaking down because the Three of Swords is in reverse. And all of this is, to me, is like a lesson. And the lesson is that it's all going to balance out. You're going to be a much more balanced individual, okay? The scales are going to be even. And you're going to be more balanced in your emotions. You're going to be more balanced in understanding what is happening. And it's going to, this whole experience is setting you up for success, basically, because like I said, these experiences that you're having, you're going to know when something like this comes up in the future. You're going to know exactly how to tackle it. That way you're not experiencing so much of a tower moment. That way it's going to be, instead of enduring this and just like fighting, just being in this constant defensive position, you're going to be more like in a Queen of Wands position, where you're going to be like, okay, this is happening to me. This is what I need to do. Bang, bang, bang. You know, you're going to keep your emotions in check, and it's not going to affect how you are, how your actions. You're just going to just bang it all out. Okay. Because Queen of Wands is fire and emotions, and that's keeping it all in check. That's being able to have these emotions, but not letting your emotions rule your actions, right? And so that's what I see coming for you right now, is though you just you are feeling a little bit clouded. You might be feeling a little bit like, am I doing what I need to be doing? What's my purpose? And you know, but this is all happening because it's supposed to happen. This is something that you need for your personal growth, and it's balanced. Like I said, it's balancing you out with this Six of Cups. So I really like this for you, Virgo. I know it's tough, but keep your head up. There's some things going on behind the scenes, and it's making you stronger. Even though you don't feel it, it's making you stronger. You know, think about when you're working out and you're sore and you're just like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to work out. But behind the scenes, your muscles are knitting together, and before you know it, you're going to be buff. So hang in there, Virgo. You're doing great. You really are. You're going to get through this, and you know, we all go through this, and sometimes it takes some of us a little bit longer to realize what's going on, but like I said, once you have these experiences behind you, you're going to be able to tackle them a lot faster and with more efficiency at that. And that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. The Emperor, Page of Wands, and the Sun. You're just going to be like all-knowing, you know, like a Yoda, right? A baby Yoda. All right, let's see what the Earth, Moon, and Shadow has for us, Virgo. I have a stellium in Virgo, like a 6-planet stellium placement in Virgo, because in my sidereal chart, I mean, I just have so many planets in Virgo. It's really amazing. But you know what that says to me? I use both tropical and sidereal, and I really feel that tropical holds like your earthly kind of dealings, your earthly self, because it's all based on the earth, where we are on the earth. And then I feel sidereal because it's all sky-based, constellation-based, where it's actually, that is more of your soul's purpose, and it's at like a higher level of being. And so like I feel like my soul's purpose is here on earth, and I am of the earth. My soul is of the earth. I don't really feel like I'm a star child, but I feel like I am of the earth, and I'm here to help people understand their earthliness, if that makes sense. All right, let's see, Virgo, what does Earth, Moon, and Shadow have for you? As above, so below. And as that, I was just talking about the earth and the sky. We've got duality, balance, and flow. Let's see what the book says on this. Okay, alphabetical order. URS. Oh, it's the very first one. Okay. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. So the soul. Hermes Trismegistus. The phrase as above, so below can be tracked back 36,000 years BC to the Hermetic Emerald Tablets. The texts were authored by Thoth, the Atlantean priest king, who began a colony in Egypt. It is used to illustrate that whatever happens here on earth is also reflected in the astral plane. In other words, the microcosm, such as our individual lives, is affected by the macrocosm, or society, and the global community. As above, so below. When as above, so below appears in a reading, it is asking us to reflect upon how our actions affect the world that surround us. Everything on this earth is connected. We are bound by an energy force that flows through and around us, and therefore every action we take has a rippling effect that reverberates along these waves of energy. Once we have had our eyes open and we had our awakening, we must begin asking ourselves the hard questions. Are we living our lives in harmony with the earth? Are our personal goals aligned with the greater well-being of our fellow humans and our planet? When we are awakened to the fact that we are all connected, we understand that we can no longer continue to walk the earth with blinders on. What good is awakening if we shut our eyes to the truth we've been shown and hide in our comfortable cocoon of cognitive dissonance? We can no longer function as if we are the center of all universe, or worse, not a part of the universe at all. As above, so below reminds us that by burying our heads in the sand, we are not only contributing to the deterioration of the earth and our people, but ultimately we are harming ourselves. What a great card. So what I feel is that once you get through this, perhaps it is your destiny to maybe help others see, and maybe even help Mother Earth. I know she is needing a lot of pain, a lot of help here. You know, we're polluting the rivers, we're polluting the sand, we're in the dirt, we're not replenishing the soil so that our food is truly nourishing. We're putting all kinds of chemicals into our foods, into the environment, and you know, it's pretty sad. So but that's for another topic. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for being here with me. If you know of anyone that can benefit from this message, please share the video. That way we can help them, maybe give them a little nudge in the right direction, or a little nugget of inspiration that they may be seeking. So thank you again for your time, and I will see you next video. Take care.